This time we're going to add on something that you may not have played with before, and that is audio. Audio is pretty easy to work with, and in this case I just ended up putting in something that we already have inside the whole engine, but it's not very scary, so we probably need to go find something that's a little scarier. Right, so to do that, what we need to do is go out
Hear
to
and what I don't hear and stuff.
look
Make
at that.
sure that's
That guy is recording stuff. We need to go out to freesound.org, and freesound.org, you can get a free account there. It's really pretty easy to set yourself up, and they have a ton of stuff. If you're just prototyping a game or you want to make a game, everything here is free to use. And I'm going to look for a sound effect that I came across before. It's called horror cringe. Now, one thing that I think it also said scare, something like that. So let's see if we, there we go. I think that's probably it. One thing you got to look for whenever you're looking for any kind of audio is you need to make sure that it is a WAV file. Okay. Now, when you search for things, like let's just say I search for horror, there's a ton of stuff with horror, and you can check them out right here. And you can see what they sound like. Let's see if there'll be something that might be interesting for you. But the main thing you need to make sure you're looking for are WAV files. So as you go through here, make sure you're looking for WAV files. Okay, so the one we're looking for is horror, cringe, scare. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see here. How's this? Nah, that's not quite what I'm looking for. That one will get you. Okay, so we just go in here. We're going to download this file. All right, I'm going to have this go to my downloads folder. There we go. I've got a bunch of stuff there. Right now it's set up as VLC. That's what's going to play it on my desktop. That's not what's going to play it in Unreal Engine. Let's go ahead and save that. I've already got it in there. Do you want to replace it? Sure, why not? It's fine. This is just what I want to show you guys how to move some things around. Now, just like what you'd seen previously with us moving things into a content pack, this is going to be really similar. Okay, so in fact, what we can do this time is we can go back into Unreal Engine, pop up your content drawer. Let's go in here to all, and we'll have to get rid of that scarecrow there. And we'll go into our content, and I'm going to make a new folder called audio. Okay, oh, we already have one called audio. How about user audio? Yeah, that's how we get around all that stuff, user audio. Okay, and what I want to do is grab that cringe scare, and I'm going to just drag it right in here. Oh, right into my content drawer. There it is. Let's see. That's it. That's the one. All right, so this one's going to scare the crap out of people whenever that goes off. So you got to kind of think about what kind of stuff you want to have happening over and over and over again in your game, because this might be something that you'd use maybe once. You don't want to use this over and over. But since we're trying to show this off now, let me show you how to put this into your jump scare, and then you can decide how often you want this to happen. This one, I'm thinking probably just once, but let's go ahead and we'll go to our jump scare for our scarecrow. And you'll notice I've already got a play sound right there. That was the camera shutter as you came up to it. So this is called play sound at location. That'll make sure that it plays wherever that sound is supposed to happen. Now, if you want to do play sound 2D, that would make the sound just go out everywhere. You would hear it no matter where you're at. So if you want creepy voices or something like that, might be better to do spawn sound 2D. So if you want people to constantly be hearing that kind of stuff. Spawn sound at location and play sound at location often kind of act the same. So you can just kind of play with that a little bit. Right now I'm just going to do play sound at location. That's one we already have here. I'm going to change it from camera shutter over to this cringe scare that we have here. And you can play with the volume a little bit, but just for ease of use, probably be easier just to start off with this one. We're going to go ahead and hit compile. And let's see how this plays. Whoa, that thing's going to scare the crap out of some people. Okay. And the problem with this is that once you go through the first time, it's going to keep playing over and over and over again. And you may not necessarily want that to happen. Okay, you get the drift, right? So in this case, what we want to do is make sure that this is on a play once kind of thing. Okay, So every time that event dispatcher gets hit, it goes off every time. Now, what we can do is we can go into our trigger pad and we can make this a one-time trigger pad right here. And we can say, all right, once we hit this, we'll do a branch. We'll make a variable right here. We'll call this one-time trigger. Okay. And we're going to say, we're going to start this off as true. So it's going to go over here to true, and it's going to trigger the first time. And we're going to have from here, we're going to check this, get one-time trigger. Okay. And then we're going to set it out here, set one time. Okay. So what's going to happen is once it comes out here, it's going to come out as false. Okay. It's going to start off as true. We're going to check it right here. We hit compile, and it'll give us this default value right here. It'll start off as true. And then once it goes through the first time, it's going to go through as false. So after that, it's not going to play this anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and test that out. I'm going to hit LP. We're dropped in. Keep going back into that space. It won't keep playing that sound over and over again. So trust me, that's going to save you a lot of hassle later on. If you just think, oh, is this going to be a one-time trigger thing? Oh, yeah, probably so. If you want it to trigger over and over and over again, well, that's different. You know, you might want to just get rid of that. Just something to keep in mind as you go through this. Now, whenever your game starts, you can find some audio out on freesound.org that has music. They have some really good horror music out there if you wanted to take a look at those. If you type in horror and look for music, you'll find, or horror atmosphere or anything like that, you'll be able to find quite a few things out there. Scary violence. Ooh. Oh, it's nice. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, that's just, oh, so many nice feelings. That one feels good. Okay. Well, anyway, you guys are getting the idea. Make sure you put some audio in with your jump scares. They really help out. Also localize it so that people can kind of know where they're supposed to be looking. You can do that with some headphones if people are playing with headphones. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. So anyway, enjoy, add some audio in. Don't forget freesound.org. There are a lot of other ones out there. Just make sure you're using copyright free stuff.